And the award for Best Climate Change goes to the Carpaccio Initiative, the Amazon Phase 3.
Hi,
Hi,
Brian.
how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Good, good. How are you doing?
Uh, First, congratulations for winning the official selection of Best Climate Change Filmmakers Challenge in ICP Entertainment Film Festival. Can you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, I would tell you about our stuff. I grew up in upstate New York, and I lived up here for most of my youth, and then I moved to New York City. Lived in New York City for like 20 years. Started working in the film business down there. The last 5 years or so, I've been a nomad, so I haven't had a house or an apartment, and I've just moved around every 2 weeks, every week, every month. I've been traveling to a lot of different countries, and just coming back for work. And yeah, the reason why I'm in this film festival is because I started up a nonprofit, an environmental nonprofit several years ago, and we've been doing a lot of work in the Bolivian Amazon, and I've been shooting conservation documentaries to promote the work that we're doing down there and to tell the story of the Bolivian people and of the necessity to protect valuable ecosystems like the Amazon rainforest.
Great. And how did you hear about ICP Entertainment Film Festival? What made you to actually say, okay, I'm gonna, um, you know, go into this competition or actually
Uh,
submit my film for this particular festival?
yeah, through Film Freeway, they have like a really good platform for discovering
Mhm.
festivals. And I was really kind of focused on, I mean, there were a lot
Mhm.
that are focused on climate change or focused
Mhm.
on environmental issues. So I found it through there and thought it would be a good fit and submitted to it.
Cool. Thank you very much. And I wanted to know what inspired you to actually create this particular project, talk about Amazon and how
Uh,
and why Bolivia? I mean, Amazon is so huge.
yeah,
So
it
why
is.
this particular place?
Yeah, I'd been to, I mean, if you really want to go back, I guess it probably started when I was like in fourth or fifth grade. I started
Mhm.
back then in I guess it was the 90s. Yeah, back then in the 90s, the Amazon, there was deforestation of the Amazon. Acid rain was a big issue. I remember that vividly. And I
Mhm.
started doing science projects on the effects of acid rain and the depletion of the Amazon. So it was like stuck in my head as a young child. Um, More when I became an adult, I visited the Amazon in Peru and in Ecuador. I was really taken by it. It wasn't until 2017, maybe 2018, uh,
Mhm.
that I went to Bolivia
Mhm.
by myself to drink ayahuasca. And so I did ayahuasca down in the Bolivian Amazon. I was traveling to all over the
What
country.
is ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca is a vine that grows
Mhm.
in the Amazon, and it's a medicine that's been used
Mhm.
by shamans and indigenous cultures down in the
Mhm.
Amazon. So it's a psychedelic medicine that is used in ceremony, and
Okay.
I made the pilgrimage down there to discover this plant. And
Mhm.
I had a transformative experience, and it put me on a different trajectory than my life was going on.
Mhm.
Um, and so a couple years later, I wanted to do something with my life where I was giving back to be of service to humanity, to be of service to the future, and to protect the planet that we live on. I had no idea what I was doing. I haven't like worked in sector at all. I haven't worked in like nonprofits or environmental sciences. I mean, I've worked in the film business for all of my career. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so the only thing that I had, the only real tool that I had to like work in this arena was like filmmaking and to like tell the story. That was the only way I know how to do it, and the rest I had to learn. So I knew that I wanted to like focus on different parts of the planet and like try to raise money and try to protect those parts. Um, the experience that I had down in this particular area of the Bolivian Amazon called the Aquacana Reserve, I reached out to my contacts down there and I said, is there any projects that we could do to try to like strengthen this area? And my partners down there with the nonprofit called Sustainable Bolivia, we came up with the idea to build a research station down in this isolated part of the jungle. And the hope of building the research station would be so that it would create a hub where scientists and researchers and biologists and students and volunteers could come down and they could study this part of the jungle. And then the more you study an area, the more it becomes like a biodiversity hotspot, the more you learn about it, and the better it can be protected. So that's the main project, and the nonprofit. My nonprofit is called Kai Pacha Initiative, and so
Mm-hmm.
this film is the. I've made four films about this like story. This is the film we released last year. This is the third film, the
Mm-hmm.
third phase of the project.
And coming back to the project, like, you know, it's a documentary.
Mhm.
It's narrative as well as it's a documentary film. And how did you choose or select your interviews? Like, I saw a couple of interviewers, a couple of people in the film. So how did you say that this is a specific interview I'm going to take? I'm sure that you would have interviewed a lot of people.
Yeah. So it's kind of like who are the key players of the
Mm,
story. That year we shot a lot of people through from Kaipacha. So myself, my girlfriend,
mm,
who's one of my partners in the project, our cinematographer Joseph Del Valle, who shot all of it. Then, we have the people on the ground there. We have our contacts with Sustainable Bolivia. We have a lot of
mm,
Bolivians that we interviewed, people that are from the rainforest
mhm,
that dedicate their life to protecting it, that are down there on the boots on the ground 24 hours a day. Um, so it's kind of like, how can you tell? What's the story that you're trying to tell? How can you tell it from different perspectives? This one is
mm,
particularly told from perspectives of people that are from there,
mm,
that live it, and
mm,
people that are not, that are trying to help protect it, and all the different kind of like worldviews that come into working together to protect a place like this.
mhm. And I also saw that, all of you are very hands-on, or like when it comes to the crew, how did you select your cinematographer? It's beautifully, the way the camera goes, it doesn't feel like a documentary. You never get bored when you're watching it. So I really liked it. So
Thank you.
you intend to do it in that way, or did it come in that way? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of experience working on commercials and TV
mm,
shows and movies, and when you're in that kind of arena, you have a structured way of
mm,
looking at things and a structured way of setting up shots. But so for that, even though it is a doc, and then even though it is real, you still are trying to tell a story. And the best way to do that is to you figure out your shots and set up your
mm,
interviews and figure out what time of day is the best to shoot a drone and figure out like what would be the best B-roll shots to go with whatever interview we just shot, to get up early and like, hey, we need to get like wildlife shots of the jungle. Like that's super difficult to do. Gotten better at it over the years. At first, like the jungle's very dense and it's very difficult to see things. So usually, like you'll hear things around you, and in a normal ecosystem where your line of sight is a lot longer, like in the jungle, you can't. So it's taken me a couple of years to like get good at like shooting birds. Like oh, I have to wake up early and like go down to the lake and like sit there with a long lens on my camera and like wait and kind of be patient.
Mm.
So yeah, there is like I mean, at least for me, like I have a very structured way of shooting things. And I think it comes from a background of not shooting documentaries that when you get like into like shooting even a short
Mm.
doc like this, it's like you kind of like have an idea of what you want to shoot,
Watch it.
come up with a shot list and figure that out and then try to execute it. Did doc, it's still like you have to be flexible because things change all the time, but in the back
Mm.
of my mind, I always have like a plan.
Yeah, I know that we talked before, but please do let us know the challenges that you faced while you were filming. I know that
Yeah.
birds caused a lot of problems.
Yeah. So the challenges of filming in the jungle, for one, the heat. We're not where we are, where we're shooting. There's no, at this time when we were filming, there was no power whatsoever. They had like a generator that we could use to like charge
Mm.
batteries and phones like like maybe for like 30 minutes a day that they would, but for the most part, so there's no power, there's no electricity, there's no air conditioning. I had like a small portable fan that you would kind of like put on your chest at night, like just to get like a little bit of a breeze. But the heat is like probably the biggest thing, uh,
Mm.
is the biggest issue. The second is the bugs. It's like not just like mosquitoes, it's like tarantulas and scorpions and bullet ants and fire ants and sandflies and like all these things that are like really like they weigh on you. You're just
Mm.
constantly getting attacked. The jungle, everything's trying to kill itself all the time. So
Mm.
those are the two biggest issues. Other than that, I mean, it is Bolivia. Bolivia is kind of the Wild West. It's
Mm.
not like it's not like anything you can make anything happen there with a little bit of money, but like getting things to happen, it's just not coming from the US where you're used to like things working a certain way, like that's not the case. And in Bolivia. It's a very poor country. It's a very corrupt country. But still it's a still a beautiful experience to like experience
Mm.
how things operate in a place that is different from what you're used to.
So how long, I mean, the so you went to Bolivia before, but even then, it might be like a really different experience for you if you have lived in US, right? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I've
how did
probably
you how did you change yourself, or what was your how did you shift your mind? It's more like your thought process that makes you to actually do the action, right? So how did you
yeah.
shift?
Well, I have a lot of experience traveling. I mean, I've
Mm.
probably been to over 80 countries. I mean, many of them like multiple times. Uh,
Mm.
I've gotten to a point where the culture shock does not like happen
Mm.
to me anymore. It used to happen to me when I first like started going to other parts of the world.
Okay.
Now I've been to so many different places and had so many different experiences and been immersed in so many different cultures that
Mm.
I'm pretty flexible at just just coming into a place and being
Mm.
open-minded for
Mm.
one, and
Mm.
being ready for whatever I'm stepping into. And also, I think having an open heart and having a lot of love for
Mm.
the people and the cultures
Mm.
that you're experiencing, and a lot of respect. I
Mm.
think if you have those things, then you can kind of deal with all the other inconveniences.
That's a good way of thinking. And what were what the funding side like? is this project self-funded, or do you get money from investors? Do you have any collaboration with universities?
Yeah,
Or
so the funding for the project, so for
mm,
Kaipacha,
mm,
to build the research station, that is, I mean, I definitely put a lot of my own money into it, but it's
mm,
mostly donors. So we get a lot of donations from fundraiser events that we do in New York City,
mm,
fundraisers that I have online, fundraisers through social media, through GoFundMe. We raise money every year for every phase of the project that we do. In terms of fundraising for the filmmaking, I already own all of the equipment. I
mhm,
I own a lot of cameras. I own a lot of drones. I own lighting equipment. I own sound equipment. So that part right there, that's not a cost.
mm,
And the people that I get to work on the projects, some volunteer their time, and others Joseph volunteers his time to shoot it. It's something that he feels passionately about, that he doesn't want to take money
mhm,
away from the actual project.
mhm,
So he films all of that with me on a volunteer basis. Others, like I'll pay somebody to do like the color correction, and I'll pay someone to do like the translations, this and that.
mhm,
But so a combination of self-funded and also donation based. I try to keep as much of the budget that we raise to go back to the project that we're doing in the Amazon as opposed to the
mhm.
expense that it takes to film it.
And do you have any future projects, or is your focus everything on the preservation and the nonprofit?
Yeah, I mean, we just got back from there.
Mm,
So this film that you're showing at the festival, this was from the year before. This year we released a film called Return to Aquaquana.
mm,
So it's about how the research station
is
right now
working.
is
Mm,
fully operational, and
mm,
also tells a story about the devastating the wildfires that happened last year in
mm,
Bolivia,
mm,
which were like some of the worst fires that Bolivia's had in its history. Um, this year, we just shot for 2 weeks down there, and there is a number of researchers and scientists and students and volunteers that are working down there. So we shot actually. What I'm doing is 5 films of
mm.
different researchers and their stories. So for the next year at least, I'll be releasing each film and raising money with each film that we release. So that's the next like kind of steps that I'm doing with that. It'll probably take up a lot
Are
of my time.
you planning on doing like distribution, like doing a feature film as a documentary, or just going into the digital end, like say Amazon Prime or any other
Um, yeah, I
streaming?
mean a lot of it we release on YouTube.
You.
I
Mm,
would maybe
mm,
like to do a feature film, a feature doc of it at some
mm,
point, telling the
mm,
whole story. But I think it needs to get to the point where like I feel uh,
mm.
like it's a good full picture to tell that story. Right
That's
now, I feel like it's still growing. The good
mm,
thing is I mean, we've been documenting all of it from the beginning.
bring.
So if it gets to a point, a couple of years from now where it's like, all right, we have enough to like tell like a full story, but
Gotcha.
that's a whole other beast to tackle. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. So for the next year, I'll be cutting together these small like little vignettes.
All that. Okay, cool. I also, just wanted to know like how can people contact you, where can they, it's on YouTube, so the docs are on YouTube. Other
Yeah.
than that, how can they reach you if they are very much interested on the project or the nonprofit that you have started?
Yeah, you can visit us at kaipachainitiative.org, Kaypacha initiative.org. .org. I'm on Instagram, Brian Saxon. Kai Pacha has an Instagram page. And then Brian Saxon is my YouTube page as well. So those Kai Pacha films there, and then I have a bunch of other films that I've shot around the world while traveling. So those are the best places to reach me.
Cool. Well, I am really looking forward to seeing you. I know that you're coming to the screening. We would
Yep.
also like to invite you to our opening night dinner gala as well as to the closing night dinner gala. If possible, please do make it. It will be,
Cool.
yeah, I will. I mean, I know that there are a few press and media going to come on the opening night, so it will be a very good way to talk about your project and network with other filmmakers as well.
Cool.
So we will look forward to meeting you there.
Thank you.
Till then, all
Thank
the
you so
best.
much.
And I really love what you're doing. So
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we're very grateful for being selected and for ICP. So thank you so much, Veena.
thank you, and you have a nice day.
All right, you too. We'll talk soon.
Okay, for sure.
We look forward to seeing you all on the red carpet of the hottest event of the year, the 11th annual ICP Entertainment Film Festival.